Hi, this is Mrs. Harris. We're discussing literary elements. Just because I go through this slide by slide does not mean you cannot stop. Please stop, pause, and take notes. Here we go. Verbal irony, saying the opposite of what you mean, is sarcasm. Your burnt brownies are soft like a brick. Your explanation is clear like dirt. Please explain this to me 300 more times. I could listen to you forever. Finals are as pleasant as surgery. Those are all examples of sarcasm. Your brownies are not soft, your explanation is not clear, and finals are not pleasant. Situational irony is the opposite of what you would expect. So here's a song. A man turned 98, he won the lottery and died the next day. You want to win the lottery when you have lots of time to enjoy it, not right before you pass away. It's a death row pardon 2 minutes too late. You don't want to be executed. And then after that, they say, oh, we made a mistake. You're free to go. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. Dramatic irony. The reader knows something a character in the story does not know. Basis for humor in most comedies on television. Look for this in sitcoms. You know something a character does not, making the character look like a fool. Okay, so I used to work at a dessert fast food restaurant. The cook dropped a tray of donuts on the floor. I said to toss them, but the cook did not want to waste the donuts, so here's the dramatic irony. I knew the customers were eating donuts that had fallen on the floor, but they did not. Yuck. Pun, word with two meanings. So I wonder why the baseball was getting bigger. Then it hit me. See, it hit me literally. Ouch, the baseball came closer to me. Oh, it hit me. I understood why it's getting bigger. I understood it. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. You know, the book doesn't fall down, no gravity. It's impossible to put down. It's so good. I can't put it down. Anti-gravity. And did you hear about the guy whose left side was cut off? He's all right now. So right, he has no left side is all right, or he's okay versus all right. Imagery, the use of any 5 senses, touch, feel, sound, smell, taste, or sight to make something in the book described to match something most people can imagine. Imagery can incorporate other literary terms. The purpose of this is you have to visualize what the writer wants you to visualize. You're supposed to read and visualize. Well, imagery helps you do that. Where the ocean kissed the shore, you're picturing the sand and the ocean meeting. Came and went like time spent through an hourglass. You're picturing literally sand coming through an hourglass, time going that quickly. Symbol, one object represents more than itself. Sun can mean hope because it is bright and always rises. Red can symbolize blood, passion, or danger. Purple symbolizes royalty, since kings wore purple robes. A chain can symbolize the coming together of 2 things. A ladder can represent the relationship between heaven and earth. Roses stand for romance. Allusion. When you read a book and it refers to in the book, they're alluding or referring to something else. That's allusion. It could be mainly it refers to the Bible, mythology, and Shakespeare, but it can refer to any kind of pop culture. If it refers to, Julia Roberts or Angelina Jolie, it's allusion. Or history. If it alludes to the Russian Revolution, it's allusion. So when Sue told me that she was listening to my story, I was surprised. Her nose was not growing like Pinocchio's. I'm referring to the fact that Pinocchio's nose grew when he lied, and I'm saying that Sue lied. She was not listening. She was ignoring me. Foreshadowing. Hints the author give the reader about what might happen later in the story. So when you're in a movie and you hear scary music, that's a foreshadow. When something happens that allows you to predict, that's a foreshadow. Foreshadows allow you to predict. An Animal Farm, Napoleon urinates on Snowball's windmill plans. So you probably should have made a foreshadow there that Napoleon and Snowball are going to have some kind of power struggle. Personification, non-living thing is given human qualities as a form of description or imagery. The drapes are breathing back and forth with the breeze. No, drapes cannot breathe. They cannot suffocate. But that's in the image as it billows, goes in and out like a breath. Metaphor compares two unlike things without like or as. So if I want you to picture John as the best looking kid in school, I'm going to say he's so fine that he is my Greek god on Mount Olympus. That's how fine John is. So I'm comparing him to a Greek god, but you know what? He's just John. He's not really a Greek god. So here's the same thing with a simile. I inserted the word like. John looks like a Greek god on Mount Olympus. Simile is used like or as to compare two unlike things, and that also gives the reader an image. Alliteration repeats the same vowel or consonant. Assonance is the repetition of vowels, and consonance is the repetition of consonants. This is I'm only going to say alliteration, but this is consonants. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Alliteration, repeating the same sound. Why? It brings attention to something important. Lists. Okay, so parents say you have to go out for dinner with them instead of going to your friend's birthday party. I don't want to go. I don't want to go because. You give them a list of reasons why you don't want to go. It's boring. I have nothing to say. I already went out for dinner with you last week. Whatever. That's a list. Juliet does that all the time. She's kind of spoiled, if you ask me. Maybe I'm being too harsh on her. Here are reasons why I don't want to marry Paris. I understand that she does not want to marry Paris, but she's very dramatic. She gives a lot of reasons why she wants what she wants. So, big list. And she gives other lists, too. She's a very dramatic young girl of 13, or not quite, so that's kind of typical for your age group, right? Drama, drama, drama. Prose, the ordinary form of spoken or written language spoken by the common people in the play. Poetry, the art of rhythmical composition, written or spoken for exciting pleasure by beautiful, imaginative, or elevative thoughts. Okay, prose is when you send a text message, you write a letter, it was Milkweed, it was Animal Farm. Poetry is a poem. Most of Shakespeare is written in poetry. When he goes into prose, regular writing, you know he's trying to say, hey, pay attention, this is different, it's important. Monologue, one character speaks. Mono means one, sing alone. One character talks to or lectures another character for an extended period of time, usually more than just a few lines. It's a long speech made by one person who often monopolizes a conversation. Soliloquy is think of solo, by myself. A speaker, they think they're by themselves. They are speaking one's thoughts aloud when alone, regardless of who's listening. The character believes to be alone. So if Romeo listens to Juliet talk about something in the balcony, it's still a soliloquy because she is perceiving herself to be alone. Solo, when a singer has a solo, they sing all alone. Aside, a remark or passage by a character in a play that is intended to be heard by the audience but unheard by other characters in the play. Aside and soliloquy are ways for you to understand what the character is thinking. When your parents punish you and you mumble something disrespectful so that your parents cannot hear and they say, "What did you say?" That is an aside. Asides are mainly used when characters hint that something bad will happen. We see it when Romeo heads off to the party under his breath, "Oh, better not go." And then in Act 5, we get a lot of servants using asides to tell the reader something bad is going to happen. Oxymoron, two opposite words back to back, jumbo shrimp. Juxtaposition, two opposite scenes back to back. Couple gets married and is celebrating. The way at the airport, the couple finds out tragic news about a sick relative. Happy scene followed by a sad scene. Did you really think I was going to give you information about Romeo and Juliet? Nope. You have to wait and see for yourself. Antithesis, two opposite things that occur within one scene, but it's not two words put together. It's kind of like between oxymoron and juxtaposition. So one speaker's talking about a wedding, and then they talk about a funeral. I'm not going to tell you where that happens in Romeo and Juliet. Two opposite emotions or ideas close together. So anti is like the opposite. Romeo and Juliet, this emphasizes how characters' decisions are ruined by something that could have been wonderful. So, guys, here it is. Please fill out your note sheet, and I'll see you in class. Thanks. Bye-bye.